Alright, warning spoilers on my review of Batman Returns and Batman Forever. Now, Batman Returns, to simply put it, is a good Burton film, but a terrible Batman movie. Not as bad as the last Batman film, but it could have been better. For example, Penguin. His backstory is Killer Croc's backstory. I mean, he's deformed. He got dumped in the sewers. He joined the circus. Eventually went crazy, killed people, and has been known to bite off people's appendages. That's Killer Croc. Then we have Catwoman, really screwed up. She's insane and she has powers. The power to have the flexibility of a cat and the power to have 9 lives, which is never explained or how she knows this. At least with the Halle Berry movie, they explained it. Yeah, I just said that the Halle Berry movie did a better job at explaining how Catwoman got power than this movie. In fact, apparently this film was supposed to have a spin-off involving Catwoman that Tim Burton was going to work on, but I looked it up. It was going to be crap anyway. Then we have Batman. Keaton, good Batman, besides the killing. And then we have, him as Bruce Wayne. He really sucks at keeping his identity. I mean, there's a scene in the movie where him and Selena are, just walking down the street, and he sees a newspaper, and it says Batman blew it. And, he's like, oh, Batman didn't blow it. He tried to help people. And I'm like, hide your secret identity, asshole. It's, you're really making it easy. I mean, just wear a t-shirt that's saying, I'm Batman, written on it. Okay, in reality, Bruce Wayne would, he would just look at the newspaper and just, say, oh, man, and not talk about it. Or if someone did talk about it, he would agree with that person, saying that Batman blew it, and hide his cover. Not the part where he did Batman Incorporated. At that point, he supported Batman. But before that, he did do stuff like that. He even did that in Batman Begins, which I liked. Now, the story is decent. There's a lot of plot holes, but it's an okay story. Penguin's plan, his first plan to kill the firstborn sons of Gotham was a pretty clever plan, making people think that he was just looking for his parents and going to the birth certificates, even though some of those birth certificates were clearly, couldn't be his because some of them were during this current time. But the other plan, like the Penguins, was stupid. I will say, though, that the mayor part was an okay plan, even though I could find holes in there somehow. Fun fact, actually, in Batman Earth 1, Penguin is mayor. Thought that was kind of interesting there. And, yeah, I'm going to talk about Batman Earth 1. But, yeah, as a Burton film, I say check the movie out. It's a Batman film. Just rent it one time and just say, at least you gave it a shot. Now, for Batman Forever. Now, in Batman Forever, just by looking at the cover here, I don't know if you can really see it, it's done by a different director. It's done by Joel Schumacher, who continued in the next movie, which I want to add, he apologized. He didn't even like it either. He didn't want to do that one. In fact, before, they officially rebooted the franchise, his next film was going to be interesting, called Batman Triumphant, which would have the Scarecrow involved, and also have the character of Harley Quinn. Not Harley Quinn, the Joker's daughter. And just by reading just some notes about it, I thought it would have been a good film. But instead, this film right here screwed it up. But whatever, I'm not here to talk about this freaking piece of crap film, Batman and Robin. I'm talking about Batman Forever, which to me is a guilty pleasure movie. Yeah, I actually still like this film, even after I've grown up and realized how stupid some of the stuff is. Besides the bat nipples and the stuff that just makes no damn sense, it's a pretty good film. Now, Val Kilmer is a pretty good Bruce Wayne, but the opposite of Michael Keaton, he's not that great as Batman. He's not as bad as not Michael Keaton, George Clooney. He does this weird things with his mouth where he's like, I'm Batman. I'm not doing it right. I'm Batman. Which I don't know why. Why do you have to do that? Just say it normally. Like as Bruce Wayne, like his lips are not like that, but as Batman he does that. Like what is the mask like squishing his face? Like, it's weird. Then we have the therapist, Chase, who's like the main female character in the movie. She doesn't do anything except be a love interest for Bruce and Batman. Okay. I mean, she dates Bruce and she tries to get into Batman's pants, which is weird because they said they want to make this more kid friendly. Oh yeah, that's kid friendly. Having a woman walk around in her lingerie trying to have sex with a beloved superhero for kids. Really ridiculous there. Doesn't help that he's nipples. So, yeah. As for Chris O'Donnell as Robin, he's better as Jason Todd. Like, he's okay, Dick Grayson, but he'd be better as Jason Todd. I think they should have hired a kid, an actor much more younger than him, because Dick Grayson was, like, I think 12 or 13 when he was Robin. Depends on which, continuity you're going by. But instead they decided to make him, like, 18 or 17, which is really distracting, because I guess they wanted to do a Nightwing film, because they did say for Batman Triumphant, in the end, Dick Grayson would become Nightwing. And heck, in Batman and Robin, he wears the Nightwing outfit, or something like the Nightwing outfit, except it's red. Which he is wearing now in the New 52. But yeah, he's okay, but he'd be a lot better if he was Jason Todd. Then we have Two-Face. Yeah, he's not, he's just not Two-Face. He's Joker. Except with a burned face. There's no sign of a split personality except for one scene, and that is when, in the very end, when Robin and Chase are being captured by Riddler and Two-Face, and, he's like, and me on the Harvey side, but then he turns to the Two-Face side, he's like, and me! That's the only time I think they showed him having a split personality. The coin has no purpose, because when he flips the coin, he decides that, that's not the choice I want a different choice. He flips the coin again. It's really ridiculous there. As for Jim Carrey as the Riddler, it's kind of clear that, he was doing the Riddler from the Adam West series, who was, very, cartoonish, which I think really worked for Jim Carrey. His riddles are pretty easy, but I kind of think that they're meant to be easy, because they all just lead to another big riddle of who the Riddler really is, Edward Nygma. I thought that was kind of clever there. Even though it's kind of weird that Riddler keeps changing hairstyle. Like, Edward has brown hair, while Riddler has red hair, and he constantly restyles it, even though at first it's like, not buzz cut, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's clearly been well shaved. But yeah, that is something I just had to deal with. As for the look of the film is pretty damn good. There's a lot of stuff that was cut out of it, which I wish wasn't. Like, the opening of the film was originally supposed to be the scene of Arkham Asylum, where Two-Face's doctor, who I think was Jeremiah Arkham, is, about to see Harvey, but when he goes inside the cell, instead he finds a dead security guard with a message written on the wall in blood saying, "The Bat must die." That would have been awesome, but as I said before, they were trying to make this more kid-friendly, besides the really sexy lady in lingerie. Yeah, if I wanted that, I'd read Frank Miller's work. Yeah, and then there's also another, story involving Bruce Wayne and his parents, which is kind of done in this film, but they take a lot of stuff out. For example, Bruce would learn that he is responsible for the deaths of his parents, because he wanted to go to the movie theater, but his parents didn't want to, but he really wanted to go, and his dad's like, I didn't really want to send Bruce to the movie theater, but he really wanted to see the film, so we'll go. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. There's a lot of great images in this film that were cut, and I really hate that they did. Then there is a symbolism that they keep showing up in the film. For example, the Rorschach Inkblot. That's clearly a bat. It really sucks there. Like, it's clearly a Rorschach Inkblot. Like, anyone will say bat. Like, it's not even clever. Like, take it from a guy who actually had to study Rorschach Inkblots um, in his first year of high school. Like, they actually, had to test on us. Like, we had to practice this test on Rorschach Inkblots to see what we would see. Um, which I thought was, pretty cool that we got to do that. Even though it didn't really fit what exactly we were doing. Then we have the Two-Face doll, which, yeah, they say it's a dream doll, but I'm just gonna call it the Two-Face doll. That the symbol for that was really dumb, but not all the symbolisms were bad, like the Two-Face and the Rorschach. Um, there was like the whole thing with Bruce and Dick. Bruce kind of, symbolizing his whole relationship with his parents, with what happened to Dick's parents. But yeah, like as a Batman film, it's pretty good. If you're a fan of the old Adam West shows, which some people still watch, I recommend checking this out. Now that's all I gotta say. Next time, yeah, it's gonna be very short. Bye.